Well, hello there, and welcome to our podcast, Wrap Up and Unwind, with Zeé and Roderick, inspired by our life experiences, where we share our loves of movies, TV series, books, and video games, and also get real with our thoughts on all things concerning life and faith. You can find us on YouTube and Spotify. Hit the subscribe, follow, or sign up button so you don't miss an episode. Hello and welcome back to another episode of our podcast, Wrap Up and Unwind with Z and Roderick.
Welcome back, guys.
Hey!
Hey.
So, this is our last and final episode for this series, which
Yeah.
you've been with us from the first episode. It's basically our journey through Lent.
Yeah.
So, this is the final one, which is growing in faith.
Yeah. And it's on Mother's Day. So that's amazing.
Oh, yeah. See, I don't.
In the UK, anyway.
Yeah, I sent out a bunch of messages and now actually literally forgot it's Mother's Day.
Yeah.
It's also Eid today.
Yeah. It's also Eid.
Wow.
I don't know
A lot of
how to
celebrations
pronounce
happening
the.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot happening today. So happy Eid
It's a
and happy
lot.
Mother's Day. Well, when this
Hope you
airs
guys are
is
celebrating.
yeah, when this airs is not Mother's Day. So, but
Yeah.
for now,
But
happy
I
Mother's Day.
believe it's going to be Easter when we upload this
It will
one.
be
Oh, no.
after, just right after Easter Sunday. So will be
Right.
the last Sunday, which is funny. This is the last Sunday of this month.
Ooh.
And this is also going to air
Wow.
on the
On the last
last
Sunday.
Sunday of April as
That's
well. So
amazing.
it's just perfect.
It's
It's
good
just,
timing.
it's aligned, right? We did
Yay.
good. We
It's
did
fate.
good. Faith, isn't it? So, um, so growing in faith, what does that
Yeah.
feel like for you?
Well, I feel like it's like building blocks,
Okay.
taking step by step each day. And
Yeah.
yeah, just hearing out people, talking to people and how, developing how other people develop and seeing how
Hmm.
you can find your own space and what actually works out for you, sort of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. What does it mean to you?
Mm, to me, it's basically, how will I put it?
It's almost like a community project in a way,
Yeah.
but for self. Yeah.
Yeah, basically. So it's trying to build a relate because okay, today is Sunday and I was in church, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're making progress on that. And I think today's mass was like reconciliation with God.
Mm,
And it had the story of the parable of the son who asked for his wealth beforehand, like he shelved his
yeah.
father's wealth, and then went and squandered it, and then came back. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, you need to take me back, like help me, I have sinned against you, heavens and you, and his
Yeah.
father threw this whole big parade and everything. And the elder son who was there, who's been working for the father, was like, no, I didn't get a big party. What's happening? Um, and that's to me just seems, it just reminded me as to why I'm doing this. Like, obviously, we talked about
Mm,
where, loss of faith and then coming back.
yeah.
It's just like that, you know, and trying to build my relationship and trying to make, in a way, because I think it's not all one size fits all, right?
Yeah.
So y- I'm trying to find what works best for me. Like
Yeah.
trying to go to church more, making sure, okay, I'm in church and deciding why am I going to church. Like my uncle
Mm.
called me today and was like, "Oh, so did you go to church?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did." He was like, "Oh,
Oh
that's
wow.
good." I was like, "Okay."
Sometimes it's literally just, just taking that step intentionally
Yeah,
rather than just,
exactly.
just
Yeah.
going just for the sake of it.
So it's finding that step for me where it's like one after the other, one after the other. Try, because it's
Yeah.
almost like a lifestyle change, really. Because if you're
Okay.
not
Yeah.
used to doing something consistently or eating healthy, you're kind
Yeah.
of trying to change that. It's like, okay. but having to make that conscious decision in my head, like, okay, I mean, the clocks went forward.
Oh yeah, that I
Say,
forgot. Yeah,
so
that messed me up big time.
that would have made me be like, wow, I missed church. But I purposefully went to bed late because I wanted to
Mm.
see that clock change and know, okay, so this is the time I'm setting for myself to wake up. And
Exactly.
then so I can make it to church. And it worked out fine. I ended up waking up before my alarm, you know?
Yeah.
So
Oh
that was
wow.
good. Yeah, that was good. And I got to chill in bed for a bit, say my prayers, then just, play a game or two on my phone before I got up,
You're addicted to the games. I'm really concerned about that.
No, see. A discussion for another time. But I just got to basically just chill for a bit. I'm not
Yeah.
someone who, as soon as I wake up, I'm like, go, go, go. I need to wake up from the wake up, basically.
Yeah.
So that worked out fine for me. I got to chill for a bit, then got up, did my workouts, and then, showered and then left. But I think trying to make that conscious decision where I'm going in every Sunday.
Yeah.
Unless I have,
It's a big
yeah,
choice.
yeah, exactly. Unless I
Yeah.
have like an excuse, a
Yeah.
tangible, it has to be very tangible for me to say. Because
Yeah.
when I'm tired, I'm like, oh, I'm tired. But it's like, you're tired, but you still go out.
Yeah, you're tired every day.
Yeah,
Let's be we're tired every day.
exactly. So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, you're tired, but you can still make it to church. Especially for me, it's
Exactly.
just 1 hour mass,
Oh wow, just
and
one
I'm out
hour.
of there. So
Fair
I
enough,
try
you
to talk
know?
to myself and go, it's not that deep. Get
Yeah.
up. I know it's like, an hour and a half, waking up, doing your workout and everything before you leave. But
Yeah.
tr- telling myself that, and it's kind of like I have to get in a way, it's kind of trying to talk myself into it,
Yeah.
but not
To
in
be
a,
honest,
not in
like
a bad way.
in faith it's kinda like, that ongoing self conversation, to
Exactly.
be
Yeah.
honest. It's always
Yeah.
that self conversation. You always have to like talk yourself into
Hmm.
it
Yeah.
so that way you can see the progress,
Exactly.
to be honest. Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. So it's step by step, church, then eventually, I think I would get into reading my Bible more and other steps,
Yeah.
from there. But slowly, I'm
Yeah.
starting small. So, they say if you do something for 3 months or so, it becomes a habit.
I believe Peter said in the last episode, was it
Yes.
7 days, like 7 times
I think
or
he says
7 days? I
seven
don't remember.
days, but I don't think 7 days necessarily, maybe in that aspect. But there are some
Yeah.
things where you kind of have to do it consistently for
Yeah.
a
Like
period of
really a
time.
lot.
Yeah. So, like, I've gone to Mass, let me say, I think, throughout this month.
Okay.
Since Lent
So
started.
since then. Okay.
Yeah, I've been to mass, so
That's good.
I'm proud of myself. In doing that, I mean, I did say I was gonna try for Stations of the Cross, but you see what I mean?
Yeah.
I keep forgetting.
It happens. And then maybe next
So,
time. It's
like I
always
said,
next time.
you're retraining myself because growing
Yeah.
up, you're forced to go, and you
That's
have
true.
someone
Like you're always
having,
forced.
yeah, that reminder.
Yeah.
But as an adult now, it's like, okay, I need to make that conscious decision to try
That's
and
true.
be, more into. Is there anything else you're
Uh
trying to be conscious of?
Definitely trying to I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I definitely do have the idea to put more of my Christian life on my social media.
Okay.
Like rather than just having it like a separate thing.
Yeah.
It's like it's really hard to do it though, because
Yeah.
like you don't want to be focusing on the
Mm-hmm.
viewership, or like people recognizing what you're saying, and then just going with that
Comes
crowd.
from the heart,
Yeah, you want it to still
not
be
forced.
genuine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. So I don't know. It's kind of hard to just to have both of them, both my sides
Yeah.
there, because
Yeah.
there was someone at some point telling me, I should talk about disability as well. So it's like I
Mm-hmm.
can't put both in the same profile.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. Yeah,
Yeah. I think,
yeah,
which is basically what it just says, a lifestyle, like a lifestyle change. You're not used to doing
yeah,
it. But I think don't put too much pressure
yeah,
on yourself. You have to be willing. to do it. It's gonna
Yeah.
have to come natural rather than when you're forcing it. Then obviously your body language is gonna show, your face is gonna show,
Yeah.
everything is gonna look like he's not really into what he's saying, is he?
Yeah.
And then in that way, no one is basically receiving what you're putting out.
That actually happened with writing as well. Like I
Say,
used to do like the stories or whatever, and at
yeah,
one point I just like I couldn't.
yeah.
You can see that the
You're
lack of effort is
forcing it.
there.
Yeah, you're forcing
Yeah,
it. Yeah, you're forcing it.
yeah,
So it has to come almost second nature, like natural.
yeah.
And it comes
That's
out.
true.
And then, you see how you do your little short videos, which I enjoy, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I think just as you do that, I guess once you feel comfortable and sure of
Yeah,
yourself, especially in your faith, that comes out naturally. And you see how we can we talk about it, you
yeah,
know, it's fine for us because we're comfortable with each other. So you have to get
exactly.
comfortable to be able to, sit in front of the camera and then video basically yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, yeah, saying your message. So
Yeah,
I think eventually it will come out. And it's gonna take
yeah,
time, but I think don't force it and slowly,
yeah.
slowly it will, you know,
It's just something to
come
like
natural.
slowly
Yeah,
go
come out.
into
Yeah,
it.
exactly, basically.
Yeah.
But don't that would be good. To be fair, it's something it came in, I was listening I was listening to some music the other day and a song came up. I think it's one of
Ooh.
Cardi B's song.
Yeah,
I know how her songs are.
yeah.
And I had to stop it. Like I just something
It's
in
too
me was
much.
just like
It's a bit over the top, to be honest.
something in me just went, okay, we're gonna skip this. Like just gonna skip that. And obviously I was somewhere else, my laptop somewhere else. I just took my phone and went like
Yeah,
skip.
nope.
No. you know? And then that got into my head, like, some of the things we listen to as a Christian. Because sometimes you hear some
Yeah,
lyrics like, okay, there's a Kelly Clarkson song. I don't know, I kept playing in my head. And one of the
yeah,
words said something like, it's kind of like an uplifting kind of song in a way of like, you didn't break me kind of thing. But there was a
yeah.
line that was, now for some reason I can't remember because it was in my head. Just kind of like, I'm broken, but I'm okay, something like that. But that specific line
Right.
kept playing like in my head.
It's
And I
always the
tell
bad
myself, I
lines.
was like, I am not broken. Like, what
Yeah.
is this?
Yeah, there's that anxiety song that came out.
Yeah,
That
someone did it.
everyone
They
just
went there like,
yeah.
you people are just thinking anxiety for
Yeah,
me around. And I was like, that's so true.
it's
That's
true.
really true. Like some of the things we listen to, we're just taking it and then we'll sing it. Because I'm someone, it's either the beat or the
Yeah, me too.
lyrics that pulls me
Yeah.
in. And there's some lyrics to some songs that I'm like, you kind of go, why are you
Yeah.
listening to this?
It's so true
Like,
though. It's
no.
like we don't pay attention to what we're singing. So it's
Yeah.
like you're just hearing the beat and you're just going with it and you just don't
Mm-hmm.
realize
And we're
you're actually
just
speaking a lot to yourself, to be
facts.
honest.
Like
Yeah.
we're taking a lot in without even knowing we're doing it. So
It's
when that
true.
that song hit me, and I was like, I'm not broken. I really need to stop singing it. And this song just to live by it.
I mean you're not singing it, but it's like it's in your
Right? But
head
it was in my
going over and
head.
over.
And then somehow you
Yeah.
find yourself saying it out loud and it's like,
Yeah.
no.
It's so true though. Like there's
Yeah.
like one anime song, and it's like it's not it's got good lyrics, but that one line that kept repeating in my head, which is just the worst line in the whole song. So it does happen, and it's usually the worst lines in the song that do stay in your head
hmm
for some reason. So
And you're
you just
going,
have to be careful.
in a way, you're wondering, is this trying to tell me something?
Yeah, it usually
Or
is.
is it?
It's the line that you
or
relate to the most.
But for some reason, and I'm
Yeah,
like, but I'm not
it's
broken. So it's like I
concerning.
need to stop singing this. Oh, I need to stop. It needs to get out of my head.
Yeah,
And I think, especially like right now, there's a lot going on in the world. Like a lot of heartbreak,
Yeah,
wildfires, earthquakes, and stuff happening, and you're just
there's too
thinking,
much going on.
it's way too much going on. And I
Yeah,
find myself, and I know sometimes in periods like I get like, I don't know, I just find myself, I just start to pray
yeah, yeah. That's
because
that's pretty much all you can do now these days.
I was on
You
a
know.
walk yesterday, I went on my walk yesterday, and there was like a fire truck
Oh gosh.
going by. And I just said, God, whoever that truck is going to, please. I just ended up praying. Like, I was like,
Yeah,
there's way too much.
it's too much going
It's
on.
happening.
Literally.
Too much is happening. Like, even in church, even, in Mass. And when we have, the prayer intentions, what they're called. Anyway, um, yeah, where they had to mention like a lot of things going on in the world and, putting it in the prayer
Yeah.
list and stuff. I was like, way too much. Or
Oh
people
wow.
being sick. And when they're putting people in the prayers, and I'm like, wow, this person prayer for the sick, and I'm like, this person is, I've been in this church how long, and this person is still on that list. It
Wow.
gets to your head. You're like,
Yeah, you just wonder. You just start wondering, you know. You just don't want to
yeah,
wonder too much because then
yeah, because
it'll
then you
make you.
get yourself into this depressive state for no
Yeah.
reason. But at the same time, see, is that thing of, oh, just because you're Christian or you're a child of God doesn't mean bad stuff are not gonna happen to you.
It's facts, yeah.
You know,
But there's always that idea that's being thrown around that all is well,
all
all
as
is
well.
well. At least on TV or like on social media.
Yeah.
Some pastors really do promote that heavily.
Mm-hmm.
At least from my experience, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you go,
just I don't know. It's
all
concerning
I
in
know
a way.
it's like a positive, but there's what they call it. Someone said there's a oh, I can't remember the way it was said. There's a way where like, oh, you're being positive, but not necessarily positive, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
There's a way it was said. I can't remember. My
I
brain is
don't
not
know.
functioning today. I'm sleepy.
Yeah.
Um,
It's Sunday. We're meant to be resting.
It's a day for rest. It's Sunday. But no, I think you want to be positive, but at the same time, because there are things, see, like I said, things are gonna happen. Like right now,
Yeah.
things are going on in the world. But you just pray for you pray for some calm in the
Yeah.
storm, literally.
Literally. Yeah.
Because I think growing up, you get told, oh, be things are happening because you're not prayerful. That's
Yeah.
what, I get told a lot. And then
Yeah.
you now have to
Oh yeah. You
learn
don't have
what
you don't
prayer
have enough faith.
exactly, or you're not praying,
Yeah. It's like
you're not praying enough. Or
yeah.
you need to pray more. Things are happening because you're not praying. And
Yeah.
that is like a misunderstanding of some sort because you start believing, and I grew up believing, okay, with everything you have to pray, prayer cures all. Or it's
Yeah.
like, oh, you're sick. Oh, don't go to the doctor. Don't take your medicine. Pray.
Yeah. That's always dangerous. I've
But
seen
it's
a lot of
like,
people go into
yeah,
that, and then some people have actually passed because they listen to that advice.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
No.
that's just dangerous
It's
territory
scary.
because I think the two go together.
Yeah.
Do what they say you have to do, but at the same time, be prayerful that what they're giving you actually does its job.
Exactly.
Does that make
Yeah.
sense? That's the conclusion from my side. What I came to. That's my understanding. Because I go, it's not one or the other. Then why do we have
Yeah.
doctors?
I mean, God put doctors there for a reason.
Right? I know there are also
Yeah.
herbals and stuff like that, but yes, they're also there also for a reason. It's not one or the other.
Yeah.
It's not one to subtract, take one and subtract the other, chuck the other one away. No, it's put them all together.
Exactly.
You
It's
know?
true.
So people say, oh, I'm sick. Oh, go vegan, eat plant-based. That doesn't work for everybody.
It doesn't really make sense half the time either. Like, I remember some people were saying about herbal remedies for COVID. I'm
Hmm.
like, goodness me. It's always that one person.
And the fun things are that might actually work for one person.
Maybe,
That
yeah, it
might
might
actually
work
work
for
for
one
just
person.
maybe just one person, but it's
Yeah,
not one size fits all.
yeah. In a particular case, maybe.
Yeah. But the main
Yeah,
thing I think that stays true is do that, but also be prayerful.
Yeah,
So that whatever it is
I
they told
agree.
you need to do works because
Yeah.
you're putting God in it as well. You're not deciding to like, oh no, okay, I'll just take, what the doctor says and I'm chucking the
Yeah, and
chucking God
there's
out of
always
it.
that fear that the doctors might do you harm and this and that. You know how some people can be like with doctors. They don't
Yeah.
want to go surgery or they don't want to do
No, no, yeah.
any operations or
Because
anything.
you get
So
scared that, oh, you're gonna die,
exactly.
things. Sometimes does that happen?
Yeah, it
Yes.
does happen, but
Yes, it does happen.
yeah,
But it doesn't mean some, obviously, medical malpractice, facts
yeah, exactly.
with
It does
that,
happen.
obviously.
Unfortunately.
Some is just maybe God just say, you know what? Mm-mm. Let's
Yeah.
remove it. I remember the last time I'd had surgery before. The last time I had another surgery, different surgery. I came out of it and I had a mask on my face, which has never happened.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, your blood pressure kept spiking. You were going out of breath,
Oh wow.
so we had to put, and they're like, you need to leave that on for a bit. We need to get your, blood pressure down and all that. And I was like, oh, okay. Same
Yeah.
hospital I had my first surgery. I had another surgery. It's like, this was a different one. But I feel I went into that surgery. I prayed, I prayed before
Yeah.
I went in. I said, see, you know, take control because as much as I'm putting my life in these people's hands, I'm also putting it in God,
Yeah.
basically. So I think it's best of both worlds, really. It's
See, I wish I
putting,
had that same response. Because I remember when I was like young, I
yeah.
would fight the nurses. You know when they're about to put you on, like put you under, and
Mm-hmm.
like I was fighting the nurses to get me, to take the needle away. I didn't want to get needled and like put to sleep.
Why?
So I was fighting the nurses. It
Yeah,
took like
because
I
you're
think
scared.
3 or 4 people to come in, plus my mom, just to put me down. It was
I've
so
seen,
crazy. I
I've
was in
seen
primary at that point.
Oh wow. I've seen
Yeah,
videos of kids like trying to like knock out
really.
backwards or whatever, or trying to wake it up and then this and it's like, you need to sleep. You need to sleep. Um, Obviously as a kid that's scary because you're just
Yeah, it's
scared of, oh, I'm gonna
terrifying.
go to sleep and I'm not gonna wake up. 'Cause you don't know what's happening in between. You
Yeah,
sleep and then you're waking up and they're like, oh, it went well.
yeah.
That's all by the grace of God, that's all you hear.
Thank goodness.
Well,
Yeah,
that's the outcome everybody wishes for. Um,
yeah,
but at the same time, I think prayer, because for me, I'm finding it a lot of comfort. Things that would
yeah,
literally give me so much, anxiety. I find myself when I
mm,
get in that space, sometimes not even just praying, like just worshiping, put on my
yeah.
I have a specific playlist on Spotify, and I just put that on, and I'm like, you
I
know,
gotta see your playlist because I need
worship.
to add
I
that.
need to share that with you. I'm gonna, I just do that, and I find myself in this peace and
Yeah,
calm, and I'm realizing
okay.
this is what they mean when there's like the calm in the middle of the storm. Basically,
Yeah,
you're going through things, but at the same time, God is in there with you.
exactly.
So as scary as it is, you're gonna be calm. People,
That's
you
true.
have notions of space. I had this one time where, when I was younger and I wasn't feeling so well, but I was still so cheery and upbeat. And it was like,
Yeah,
why are you so happy? Your
yeah,
life looks like crap right now. You should not be happy. And I'm like, what do you want me to do? You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like, sit there and cry.
Exactly.
It's like, no, I'm gonna be happy because you know what? Hey, my nephew is one of those kids where when he was born, he went through law. His
Yeah.
birth was very difficult and then came out with machines, hooked up to machines for a while.
Wow.
And I look at him now and he's turning 3 in like 2 weeks.
Oh
And I
wow.
go, this is the
Next thing you know, he's
kid.
10.
It's gonna be
Ah,
3. And I'm like, this is the kid that was a surprise. Okay.
sure.
And every time I look at my sister and my brother-in-law and I go, this boy was meant to be here
Yeah.
because he's a very special kid.
Destiny.
He is something else. He is something else. And I go, that's God. That's
Oh,
this child is meant to be here for a reason because he brings so
exactly.
much joy. He's such a joyous kid. Like I mean, a lot of kids entertain themselves, but his is on another level.
That's a whole nother level.
There's a whole other level of independence. And I'm like, you too, calm down. Um, but I think we see the work of God in every day in our lives. But
It's true.
some of us
Sometimes in
choose,
ways that you don't expect it as
yeah,
well.
exactly. Some of us choose not to see it, really.
Yeah.
The saying everything happens for a reason. I don't know how that came about. That saying, but
I don't know.
came from somewhere. We should really find out where that came
Yeah, I
from.
should Google it sometime.
But I definitely believe everything happens for a reason because
Yeah.
there's some things that have had a weirdest day ever, and I'm like, what is this? You know what I mean? And it's just, you know what? Hey, have you ever just missed something? So, and you're just like, that was a
Yeah,
close call. You got to me.
that
That was a
happened. That
close
happened to
call.
me when it came to like I went to someone's birthday
Yeah.
and it's like I was meant to go to the theater.
Mm-hmm.
Remember I told you I was meant to go
Mm-hmm.
to the theater and the lift didn't wasn't working when I got there.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently it got stuck literally an hour ago before I got there, and I could have been in it. I could have been the guy in that lift. So it was good that the traffic delayed me so much that
Yeah.
I avoided it. So that was really good.
Also, you know that thing for the first time, I wasn't
And I
with
got a
you.
refund.
Also, I wasn't with you.
Yeah, true.
Because usually we go
That's true.
weird together. We go to,
And
oh,
it was from Mufasa, I believe,
yeah.
which I
That
watched
was that was
recently.
a sign.
I watched it recently.
Okay, did you like it? You
I'm low
liked
key a
it?
fan. Low key a
Okay,
fan.
okay.
I still hate the animation though,
Oh, okay.
but I'm a fan of the story.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay, okay. You're a fan, so maybe I might check it out because you've given
yeah.
me some good stuff to watch, and let's say, hopefully, it's a good one.
The
But
music won't stick though,
the
100%.
music,
Yeah, it won't
that's the thing.
stick.
I don't want that to stick in my head. I just don't. I don't
It
want
just
that.
won't.
I
Yeah,
don't want that. Hopefully it doesn't. But I think this is what I mean. Everything happens for a reason. Because look at
yeah,
that day. You could have been in the lift and then you'd have been by
yeah.
yourself. Second
It would have been
of
a long
all.
day for me.
So basically, and you missed it. So there's some
Yeah,
I've been taking usually when I go out and I go out late, I'm taking the bus back. Late
yeah.
as in meeting rush hour. I take the bus because I don't want to be in the train in a packed train, so I
Fair.
take the bus. But this day I said to myself, I was like, you know what? No, the bus is just too long. I'm not in the mood today. I'm gonna take the train. And then I
Yeah,
get on the train, get the central line, and they make an announcement of delays, something, something. I have headphones in, so I'm not paying attention. I get to my stop, and I'm wondering, I see the stations after the station we're at where they made the announcement is
yeah.
all cleared out. There's nobody
Oh
there.
wow.
So I'm not really paying attention to it, like, something's up. So I didn't pay attention. So I get home. I'm like, oh, let me see how much, TFL is going to charge me today.
Yeah.
And what did I see? Disruption. The train
Oof.
has been cancelled from here to here. And I'm like,
And
was
you're
that
in
the
the middle, right?
announcement? I was already on the last train
Oh
before the
wow.
closure happened. I was literally on the last train
Goodness me.
before the closure happened.
That would have been a long day.
I'm like, if I was like a minute, a second late, I would
Imagine.
have missed this train. I would have been so pissed. I would have had to pay more money that I was avoiding to
E.
pay from taking two buses.
He does a bullet.
I was
Literally.
like, whoa. It was very eye-opening. Very
Yeah,
eye-opening.
it's just something that sticks there. Like you just have to keep looking back and be like, wow, this is
Yeah.
amazing.
But that's the thing. We're growing. Growing our faith.
Yeah.
We're learning a lot. And
Yeah.
I'm loving it. But what is the one thing you would say to keep at?
The keeper. Like
Yeah,
what you
to
mean
just
you mean in
keep, yeah.
general.
Yeah, in general, like just keep in process of like trying to grow your faith, basically trying to build your relationship with God?
Well, I would say keep recounting the blessings.
Mm-hmm.
Just remember what you've been through and what the ways that God worked then.
Mm-hmm.
I remember listening to a sermon, like we tend to forget what God has done, and
Yeah.
we always think about what we want
What we want.
for the future.
Facts.
Yeah. So it's like you have to remember the past to go through the present, and you'll see the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. And I'm with you on that. That's the same thought I have. Yeah, so
It's
it's
true.
we have moments, life puts us in this moment where sometimes we give up or we want
Yeah.
to give up. And it's like if you decide maybe you're taking a break, don't stay there too long. Because as someone
Yeah.
who's been there where I took a break for a bit, and now I'm coming back and I'm pushing and I'm trying to build my relationship with God again.
Yeah.
It's good. As I said, reconciliation, you can always come back,
That's true.
and
Just
keep
reset.
at
It's
it.
just a reset.
It's a reset. But don't one thing, don't stop believing. And as much as
Yeah.
I say I lost my faith in that moment, I still believed there was a God. I still
Yeah.
always believed, It's just at that moment, God and I, we were taking a break, you know. Um,
It happens.
so it happens, definitely. So
Yeah.
I
And that's
think,
what it
I
means to
mean,
have a relationship,
yeah,
you know?
basically, exactly. So this has been our journey through Lent.
Yay.
Literally, this whole series 4, was basically just taking you guys of our journey through our faiths in this Lent period. Lent is the period. But
Mm.
this is it for us. This
Yeah.
is episode 4,
Hope
Roderick.
you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, leave a like on the video if you enjoyed the conversation, and add your input in the comments below, and follow our social media for more. We'll catch you
Yeah.
guys in the next series or season, whichever one you call
Whichever,
it. Yeah.
whichever one works for you. Sometimes we say season, sometimes we say
Yeah.
series, but I think the next one might be summer, right?
Yeah,
Fingers
summer. Yeah.
crossed. Fingers crossed. That's the next one
Yeah.
for our series
If we
5.
stick to schedule.
If we stick to schedule. I mean, we did good this time around. So
Yeah.
hopefully we stick to schedule and you guys get a series 5 before Christmas.
Yay.
So this is it for us, guys. I
All
hope
right.
you've enjoyed
We'll
listening
catch you
so
guys
far.
later.
Yeah, this is it. Bye.
Bye.